All right.
We're gonna do this every couple weeks.
Every couple weeks. Well, really every week. I think we have to do this.
Yeah, just because there's been so much confusion with Coil, we just do want to remind you guys.
It's dead. We're so sorry.
We're not doing Coil anymore. If you want to hear the bonus episodes, we do one every week. Head over to our Patreon, patreon.com/Coward Hour. If you're still using Coil, you're going to get the next, 2 or 3 episodes, and then...
Yeah.
We're done.
2 or 3 episodes on the same feed in case you still have a month left on your subscription.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything's going to be Patreon going forward. We're very sorry. We goofed up pretty bad. Really shot ourselves in the foot there. Really showed our asses on that one.
But it's a lot easier to figure it out now. The RSS is easier to integrate into your podcast app. So it's there.
Everything's easier. Thank you so much for taking this ride with us. Oh boy, what a beautiful ride it was.
Yeah. I think I am actually going to miss Coil.
It was a thrill, certainly.
It was certainly kind of a thrill.
Sometimes, just a total lack of uncertainty. Mm-hmm. What a rush. Or total lack of certainty.
Yeah. No, there was the uncertainty was bountiful.
Yes.
It was a cornucopia of uncertainty.
It reminded me much of the rest of my life, so it was very comfortable for me.
Yeah. Oh, and hey, the other thing I do want to say really quick is today, Hard Noise, we might as well talk about this too, published an article full of a lot of fan art that you guys have sent in. We love getting fan art. Please send it to us. I typically always post it on the Twitter feed and the Instagram feed. I think that shit's hilarious. So
yes. Join the Discord and leave us an iTunes review. We recently got our first not 5-star review.
Oh our first 1-star review.
Mm-hmm.
So they
didn't even write anything.
No, they did. They
just said cowards.
Yeah, but the name of the review was trash.
It was?
Yeah, well, no.
Oh.
So the username, I studied it. The username was, I can't believe you're only on iTunes, and then the headline of the review was trash, and then the description was cowards.
We're not just on iTunes.
We're everywhere. We're actually some places I didn't even know that we were.
Yeah, we had to get off some certain places because they just had all the old episodes.
For free.
What kind of, even iTunes doesn't host the podcast. What kind of website is mirroring the Coward Hour?
I don't know. This is the hell
Who's
of the
spending
internet.
money on server space
to host our podcast?
Yeah. If I knew they were doing that, I'd stop paying for Podbean.
But yeah, send us fan art, leave us a review. We love seeing that stuff. And like I said, I'll always repost anything that you guys send in. I think it's cool as shit, and everybody who got into that Hard Noise post, I think that our buddy Jordan, his tarot cards got in there.
Mm-hmm. Those are sick.
Yeah. I think Matt is the guy who made the Boys in the Well poster. I'm not going to try to name anybody else, but I know that but it was a lot of cool shit in there.
We do not want to dox you as a Coward Hour fan and ruin your career.
Wow, yeah. I mean, I am trying to, when people send stuff in, I do want to be I notice. I think it's really cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So thank you guys for doing that.
Thank you.
But yeah.
All right. Start the episode?
Yeah, let's hop into it.
Sucking on my dick, yeah, you know I'm sucking on my dick. Sucking on my dick, everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our own dicks, everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our dicks, yeah, you know I'm sucking on my dicks.
Here we are. On
yeah.
the eve of Thanksgiving.
On the eve of just a weird, disappointing Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, you're doing something for Thanksgiving, aren't you? You getting together with Bay or something?
Yeah, it's a big Thanksgiving. It's me, Bay, and her roommate.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, it does sound nice. Do you remember the movie Funny People?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's that scene where Adam Sandler, it's the L.A. Friendsgiving, because everyone's not in their hometown, and Adam Sandler comes and he's this is going to be the best Thanksgiving you ever had because you don't spend it with your families, and they all laugh. And watching that movie in high school, I thought, oh yeah, that looks fun. And now that it's my life, good God.
Oh, really? I love it. That's what we did last year. You missed your family for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and the food. I mean, last year So last year's Thanksgiving, I went to my buddy and like a young, I think he's like 22, like a 22-year-old open micer's house in Orange County. Me and a bunch of comedians went there, and we all just we hung out with his family and tiptoed around the fact that he was dating like a famous trans woman. His nice religious family.
Holy
and I pulled
shit.
him aside. I'm like, do they know about? He's like, if anyone tells them, I will kill all of you. I'm like, dude, why did you invite us to your house?
Oh my god, dude, Cole was so in. I gotta stop doing that. My man.
We're
was
not.
in-
It was on Kill Tony talking about he's not
Right, he was in way over his head. I guess it wasn't last year. It was 2 years ago. The Friendsgiving that we did at this house was a fucking blast.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That
if
was
you
the one
were
where
here,
Isaac got drunk.
Oh yeah, he did.
That was
get
the one where
drunk.
Isaac was being evicted.
Oh god, that's right. Holy shit.
He was being evicted and he got drunk and just I guess it all kind of bubbled up to the surface.
Oh, that's right. I do remember that. What was the one? Were you there? There was one where Paige. Yeah, I guess because Paige is around the time.
Oh
of the
yeah, that
podcast,
was the same one.
Same one where her and her husband came. That was a very Wow, we didn't know how bad things were going to get. That was a very joyous Thanksgiving. I was
Fraught
cooking.
with tension, but I would call it a joyous time.
You know what? You know what? I'll do yourself a big favor. Any tension that you feel, Brendan, just ignore it. I don't notice tension anymore. I think everything's fine. I was cooking food. We had all the apps. It was a great time.
You got to have those apps.
You got to have those apps ready, and you got to have a nice. What did we base the fucking turkey in? It was I want to say saline, but it's not saline.
Just get fucking contact solution.
Right,
I mean brine.
Brine, right?
Yeah,
We brine,
it's salt water basically.
Right, yeah. I bet you could brine your contacts.
I bet you could.
I bet that it's
Have some
perfectly-
delicious. I've often complained that my contacts aren't delicious.
Yeah, but we brined that fucking turkey incorrectly, but it was still good. There was a bunch of I remember there being some really nice bread.
I've never eaten a not fucked up Thanksgiving turkey.
Well, turkey is a bad meat. Turkey, it's I don't know why it's the thing. I would rather get like 3 chickens than turkey because turkey's a dry, fucked up, horrible meat.
Turkey sucks. I mean, turkey, it can be good if you're like eating, like if you're roasting a whole turkey, it's impossible.
Yeah.
If you have it butchered up, you got like the breast or like the ground meat or whatever, or the thighs.
Sure.
Yeah, you can like make it individually. That's fine. But it's basically it's like you're trying to heat like a big house all evenly.
Right. Yeah.
You're like, fuck. Well, the thermostat's in the basement somehow, so I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna do this.
Yeah. Turkey is really a shit deal. I get way more excited for Thanksgiving ham, honestly.
Oh yeah,
The
ham.
ham is flavorful.
My dad would make prime rib some years because he's like me, slovenly.
Right.
Yeah, we're us cricks. We're very indulgent with food.
I think that's the right thing. I think that we need to break away from this Thanksgiving time.
Yeah.
I think we should embrace I don't know, man, quesadillas and like a bucket of fried chicken.
Do it Goodfellas style, where you just have like your wheelchair brother at the sink stirring sauce all
Yes, it should be
day.
pasta.
No turkey, it's just fucking ziti or something.
Oh my god, that Italian Thanksgiving is fucking the way to go. 100%. Oh yeah,
but that's also like just Italian Sunday every week.
well, nothing wrong with that. The Italian.
I feel like The Sopranos, you never see them eating anything but red sauce when it's like a home dinner scene.
It's reds. It's carbs and nitrates.
Yes.
It's just the worst things in the world to put into your body every day, like it's a special occasion.
Oh wait, hold on. So when I take Blue Chew and it says don't take with nitrates, am I not supposed to be eating gabagool?
I mean, are you wrapping the Blue Chew in gabagool? Are you popping it like with a nice salam?
No, but that sounds nice. I mean, Blue Chew is disgusting.
Yeah, and I think you do.
And also, I've been working on a theory here, and I will change my opinion if they ever sponsor us. I don't think it works. I think it makes my dick softer.
Really?
The first time it worked really well, but every time since I take it, it's just like a fucking struggle.
Well, you don't need it anymore, right? I don't know what the science behind those, because they are what's the word for it? They affect your blood. They're I can't remember the name of it, but they do have like a noticeable effect like on your blood flow. I notice because like they dilate my pupils and stuff. Not as much. No, seriously.
Yeah. Women love it when you walk in the room with your dick out and just like blood red eyes.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. The gas station ones I felt way more, but I almost wonder if you don't need it if Blue Chew like has like a counter effect because you don't need it anymore, right?
I mean, I would hope so.
Right. Your dick's been getting hard, is what I mean.
It has been getting hard. I don't think Bay will be upset with me saying this. Yesterday, I had sex twice, and I came both times.
Wow.
Which is unprecedented.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's happened since I was like 19.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm glad that you came twice.
It was a big deal for me.
That sounds great, man.
Yeah. I really, in that moment, balloons should have fallen from the ceiling. Someone should have came in and given me, like, the key to the city.
Yeah, you should have been decorated like a Vietnam veteran.
Yeah. I think when she realized it was going to happen, she got silent, like when a pitcher's pitching a no-hitter.
Oh, like she didn't want to fuck with your
Yeah, and
headspace?
the crowd doesn't want to, like, fuck with it. None of the announcers acknowledge it's happening.
It's a good thing I wasn't there because I would have, like, stomped my feet like I was in the stands at an NBA game. I would have gotten, like, a vuvuzela out to try to distract you.
We want a batter, not a broken leg. I just missed the pussy. Fuck! Strikeout.
Yeah. Well, 2's good. I want to see you get those numbers up, though. I want to see you get those numbers up, Brendan.
Yeah. I think I've eaten like only baked chicken and veggies for like days. I think maybe that's it.
That's great, but dude, honestly, a great snack to switch to. Baked chicken, rice with a little bit of, maybe you marinate the chicken in something so it mixes in with the white rice. Carrots and ranch, great snack.
Ooh, ranch? No, thank you.
You don't like ranch?
I mean, ranch is okay, but like as like a dip or whatever, it's just it's fucking calories. I'll eat it plain. It's fine.
Oh, I mean, you can get dairy-free ranch. That's really good.
Sounds gross. No.
Brendan, it's delicious.
I don't want it.
You're a moron. Can I tell you that? You're a moron because the gluten-free. If you want to talk about eating clean, having your cake and eating it too. If you want to treat yourself, I'm telling you, drive to a Monty's. I've been talking about Monty's. Drive to a Monty's. It's plant-based burgers, no dairy and no dairy in the ranch, no dairy in any of the sauces. The fries, I'm pretty sure they're air fried. You can have a burger and fries and like fucking sauce all over it, and you eat this thing and you don't feel heavy at all. You don't feel the heaviness that comes with dairy or gluten or beef. And it tastes exactly like you want it to taste.
Yeah, but if I go eat that, it's going to make me want the real thing. I would rather just punish myself and forget what good food tastes like. And look, for me, change comes through suffering. I have a Mother Teresa approach to my own body.
No, don't even try to intellectualize it. You are so stupid.
No, I stepped on the scale, I didn't like the number, and I vowed, all right, well, I'm going to eat only baked chicken and vegetables until I'm hot.
And then the minute that you reach a number that you think is acceptable, you're going to go right back to the way that you were.
Indeed, I will.
You can have it both. There's ways to substitute.
I just don't know if I agree, Nick.
Oh my God, I'm gonna start.
We need to get Daniel back on the podcast, and we need him just fix me.
It won't work.
Yeah, you're right.
It won't work.
I need Daniel
with your
to
girlfriend on Facebook now. I'm gonna start giving her instructions.
Okay.
All right. Anyway,
look, I'm counting my calories. I'm fine. Everything's good.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I did start doing this the week of 2 special occasions.
Right.
So that was pretty fucked.
So, I mean, are you adhering to it tomorrow?
Probably not, but I'm not gonna go as crazy as I normally would.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
What's a crazy Thanksgiving for you?
Oh, just like endless cheesecake.
Cheesecake?
Yeah.
Is that a Thanksgiving meal?
No, but I mean, it's what I like, so my family would get a cheesecake and like a blueberry pie. It's my 2 favorite desserts.
Oh my!
And I would just get like a plate of like 2 of each after the whole meal.
You'd have double dessert, cheesecake and blueberry pie?
Yeah.
And I'm guessing more than one helping.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God, Brandon.
Yeah. 2 slices of each. And that's just to start. I'm like an alcoholic in like a dive bar. I'm like, keep them coming.
Brendan.
If you see this plate empty, just put $100 bill on the bar.
Your family has enabled so many bad behaviors in you, haven't they?
I don't know if I don't think they tried it.
What do you mean they got you? It's like driving a heroin addict to pick up junk, dude.
Look, it wasn't just me. Everybody was eating cheesecake and drinking whiskey at 11 a.m. It's Thanksgiving.
Oh my!
Is that a normal thing?
No.
Does every family day drink liquor on Thanksgiving?
You know that they don't. Look at me.
I thought it was normal.
When you're saying that, Brendan, you know that they don't.
As I said, it was genuinely the first time it occurred to me that not everyone does that.
You know that people that across America, you know that it's not an American pastime to drink hard liquor and eat cheesecake in the morning on Thanksgiving.
Well, the cheesecake comes later, but you know. I mean, you need the you drink the whiskey, and honestly, I mean, you get kind of fucked up because your stomach's empty because you're saving it for the meal later.
Sure.
Yeah, you know, it's just...
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
No?
No!
No, it's not just like you, your grandpa, and your dad all drinking Tullamore Dew. You're trying to watch the football game so that, like, you can keep drinking, because otherwise it'd be weird if you, like, took a glass of whiskey downstairs to play Xbox.
No.
No?
No.
This is not a universal
This
thing?
is not a universal thing. You know, like, how many times are we going to do this? How many times through the years are we going to do this, Brendan?
I just don't know.
I mean, I have some idea.
It's gonna be, you know what's gonna be really funny is someday when, like, because I say all these things about my family, like, in the past.
Sure.
It's gonna be funny when I have, like, sons, when I have a new family, and I'm like, Nick, you know when your family does this? And you're like, no, and you're the one doing it.
Yes,
Stop
doing that. Yeah. Brendan. If you keep telling me these things, I'm going to come to your house to monitor you.
I honestly, that wouldn't be so bad. I could definitely use some interference sometimes.
I feel like the best thing for you when raising children, if there could just be like almost like a 24-hour like YouTube tutorial on how to have a family that you could just like compare to at all. You know, you can just refer to.
Like my kid's crying and I take out a picture and consult it and it's of a kid not crying and I'm like, oh. I put it away. I'm like, oh, wait, hold on. I didn't follow the instructions.
Yeah, I cannot wait to observe you having a family.
I mean, my kids are going to be real weird.
Definitely.
Faye and I have talked about that because, I mean, we're both weird.
Right. It'll be you're going to be an odd bunch.
Yeah, it's going to be a family of all people 5'2" and under.
Maybe there'll be some crazy like recessive gene that makes them tower above you.
It could be. I'd be kind of into that.
That'd be
if I had a
sick,
bunch
dude.
of strong sons and I can just walk around talking shit.
Yeah,
I just start fights and my jacked sons finish them.
They can do like Spartan defensive positions around you. They can just form a damn tortoise.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Hell yeah. I want a Master Blaster be on one of their backs.
Yeah, you know what? I would be very jealous of that if that was the case.
It would be so sick.
To have loyal, strong sons. That's
the loyalist.
Oh, dude, that's like you are living.
I'd have a house. Like in Game of Thrones or something.
Yes.
Be like, this isn't a family anymore. This is like a unit of some sort.
Right.
We have a flag.
Damn, dude. It's the Crick Dynasty.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what you need, is the Crick Dynasty.
And then I say, all right, sons, let me bring you into the family business. And we sit down, I give them their microphones. This is how I made my fortune.
Do not start
I pass this on to you.
Do not start podcasting with your family.
With my sons?
Yeah, I started. So you know the crazy guy who like lives in his car, whose podcast I listen to?
Yes.
Who's like lying about having Lyme's disease. He just did an episode with Kurt Brownholer that is... I don't care. I mean, I don't know how much I should say, but it's incredible. But I found out apparently he has like 5 other podcasts. One of the podcasts, before he got kicked out of his parents' house and sent back to live in his car, he started a Star Trek podcast with his mother and father, the same mother and father who kicked him out. And I'm sad that I'm going to be done with it soon, but I've listened to every episode. I'm like, I know that I should watch, like, I should probably, like, get around to watching, like, Mad Men or something, but, like, I can't. I got to get through these podcasts, dude.
Damn, I feel like you can dox it a little bit. What the fuck did he talk to Kurt Brownaller about?
Well, Kurt Brownwiller Skyped in, and I guess he, like, the whole thing about this guy's podcast is, like, he used to run a show in his apartment in L.A., like, 4 years ago. He, like, did some acting work. He was in commercials. He was in Funny or Die things. And he, like, got relatively big comics to do his podcast and his house show. And he was, like, in the scene, like the early 10s alt scene. This guy was, like, embedded in it. So he still has some clout from that. But what's really funny is, like, in a way, the podcast is almost kind of an ambush because, like, Kurt Brownholler Skypes in and he's like, "Oh, buddy, are you in a van?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've been living in a van for, like, the past 2 years." And he's like, "Oh no!" he's clearly on. He sticks. I mean, God bless Kurt Brownholler. He sticks it out for, like, the whole fucking hour.
He immediately knows the mistake he's made.
Yeah, he's like, it's so, because it's very sad. He's like, "Yeah, you know, like, I'm suffering from Lyme's disease and, like, I don't have any money and, like, no doctors will treat me." And he's like, and Kurt Brownholler's like, "Yeah, but hey, you know, at least you can, like, drive to the beach, right? You can go to the beach anytime you want. Hey, why don't you give me the van tour? I'm getting the van tour, everybody. Cool." It is so...
Kurt Brownaller, the man knows how to be on.
Oh, I mean, he is doing a great job. It's one of the most spectacular, like, high-pressure yes-and situations I've ever heard in my life.
That is so sick.
Yeah, dude. I mean, again, it's for all this guy's faults, and there are many. Can't stop listening to his podcast. It's
great content.
It's fantastic content, dude.
So he has 5 podcasts.
Something. He's got a fuckload of podcasts. It's very funny to, like, because everything that I know.
I feel like this one is too many.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. This will be documenting any of our thoughts this much is a huge mistake.
Huge liability.
Total liability. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just glad that I feel like we would both have the sense. I mean, I started doing this podcast as I was getting my life back together. I would hope that if my life began to fall apart, I would have the sense to not double down on podcasting.
I can't say with confidence that we would have the sense.
That's true. But it's a nice thing to hope.
It is a nice thing to think about.
God give me the strength to stop podcasting.
God give me the strength to log off. I pray every night.
That I can just fucking close my browser. But it's not going to happen. And that's fine.
The browser is on. Screen's on.
Dude, my computer is literally always on. I fall asleep to a screen and I wake up to a screen. I'm sure that it's not good for me.
No, I turn this off at night and I've been trying to put electrical tape over all the little lights so that my room is actually dark.
Oh, nice.
It's hard. There's so many devices in my room that have little lights.
What's the benefit of that? Just like circadian rhythm, like...
I mean, it makes it easier for me to sleep. I don't know if it does anything, but, like, so much fucking RGB.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how I sleep?
What?
I sleep with the lights on all night. I have slept like that since I think I was 7 years old.
What?
I sleep with blinding halogen lights on for the whole night.
Is this true?
This is true. I sleep with my lights on. And it's not because I'm scared of monsters or anything like that. It's because that is just how I fall asleep. And I can sleep with the lights off. Like, you know, like when I'm over at somebody's house, like the lights can be off, but like I fall asleep to just blinding fluorescent light, and when I open my eyes, it's as bright as right before I fell asleep.
How did this begin?
I just don't like turning the lights off. It's hard. I'm in bed. You know what I mean? I'm in bed. I'm not going to get up and turn the lights off. It's especially
there has to be more to this.
No, that's literally it. That's it. And now it's especially hard because my lights are controlled like down the hallway because the wiring in our house is fucked. So like for me to turn off my lights, I have to like leave my room.
Yeah. When Isaac first said that the wiring in the house was bad, I assumed it was like faulty, like wires had like rusted or something. But no, it sounds like an electrician just did a baffling job.
Yeah, they're huge mistakes. stakes. That's what it is. Is there? It literally is like the wires are crossed. Like somebody was drunk whenever this house was built in like the fucking 20s or whatever. Whoever did the electricity job had somewhere else to be. Clearly. Because there's a light switch in the dining room that doesn't control any of the lights in the dining room, but when you flick it, 3 different rooms in vastly different parts of the house all light up.
Well, that's great for you if you're trying to sleep.
Well, yeah, it's hilarious because like the whole like I like literally right when I moved in, because like so nobody knew, because the room that I lived in, nobody screwed a light bulb into the socket where the bulb was, and I brought a bulb with me because I had a spare bulb, and I screwed it in, and like literally the first night I was there, the light in my room was just flickering like on and off, and then somebody's in the kitchen going, what does this switch do? Like,
God, your house fucking sucks.
it sucks so bad, dude. I only have to live there till June. Then I'm moving.
Godspeed, Nick.
Oh yeah, man, I can't wait.
I don't know. I'm still stuck on the lights on thing. It feels like a Brendan detail.
I just sleep with the lights on. I think it might be why I have great eyesight, because my eyes never hurt in the morning. You know what I mean? I don't. Other than
my eyes don't hurt in the morning either.
Well, no,
whose eyes hurt in the morning?
No, people's eyes hurt. You know what? This is true. I've observed this. Because like because your eyes adjust to the darkness, and then in the morning or like in the middle of the night, like when you wake up and somebody turns the light on, you're like But
oh yeah, because of a sudden change in light. So what you're saying is that your pupils never dilate through the night.
Not because of light.
If you are an optometrist listening to this podcast, please sound off in the comments.
I have 20/15 vision. I have great vision.
I don't even know what that means.
It's better than 20/20. One of my eyes is better than the other one, but they're both like very, very good. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's fucked.
And you want to know why? Because you're turning the lights off, dude.
I don't think that's it.
That's exactly why. Let me tell you something.
I gotta disagree.
When
That's
you
sleeping in the light.
I'll tell you something. Listen, this is a theory that I have. When you sleep with the lights on all night, with one way too bright fluorescent light bulb shining, because your eyelids don't completely...
With a set of halogen work lights.
Halogen work light. I set them up in my room.
Yeah.
Because even
the big metal tripod.
Even when your eyes are shut, there's still light that like you can still like sense light coming in through your eyelids. And I think that like having a light trained on my eyes all night must make them incredibly strong. By my estimation, that's probably what's going on. I think it just makes sense. No, I'm not kidding.
I love that, like, you, from 7 years old, you started sleeping like you knew you were going to be homeless.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I'm going to have to do this in a bus station someday, so I may as well not get too comfortable.
Did I tell you that I sleptwalked, apparently, for, like, the first time since I was, like, a kid?
No. What'd you do?
Well, Isaac told me, because I woke up in the morning to a text on my phone at 2 a.m., and it was just a text from Isaac from, like, the previous night at 2 a.m., and he goes, man, are you okay? And I was like, what happened? He's like, you got up and you started moaning. And I was like...
What kind of moaning?
Well, he's...
Like Frankenstein moaning, orgasm moaning?
Well, I thought... This was after the next morning I had seen the knife in the bread, so like I thought that like I said.
Oh, so Bay was there for this?
No. Well, no. I didn't notice it till later, but it happened. It happened when Bay was there. And Isaac was like, yeah, Spenny did that during the whole thing. So anyway, no, Bay wasn't there for this. So the knife was in the bread, and I was like, that's really creepy. And Isaac like, no, Spenny did that. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I thought maybe like you heard a ghost last night. He goes, well, the weird thing about it was, it sounded like a woman. So like at some point,
so when you sleepwalk, it's the movie Tootsie.
At some point in the night, I bolted upright. Isaac said he heard me bolt upright and then go, oh.
So your basest instinct from a deep sleep is to do a racist voice.
Is that racist?
I thought you were doing like a geisha voice or something.
I guess it was kind of like a geisha. Maybe I missed Bay. I don't know, dude. Maybe I was trying. But yeah, he said that he heard me sit up, move around in the bed, and then go, oh. And I was like, I haven't done that because when I was little, there was one morning when I woke up under my own bed, much to my surprise. Because it was dark, which I wasn't used to. And then I was like, where am I?
Yeah.
What's happened?
I don't know. I just gotta say, this is throwing up a lot of like was molested flags.
It's possible. I just don't know by who. Well, no, remember there was that doctor who like tugged on my balls and laughed at me. But I remember that. I didn't even block it out.
I think I blocked it out. What happened?
Yeah, we talked about this. I like went in for a physical. We talked about this. This might be in like one of the forbidden episodes. I like went in for a physical when I was like 7 years old at like the local pediatrician, and he pulled my pants all the way down, and he like looked at me and started like laughing in a really weird high pitched voice before he like started grabbing my balls, and then he like put my pants back on.
Huh. Well, it appears that your pediatrician was the Joker.
Yeah, fuck. Well, I mean, look, man.
Yeah, look, that's not the last time that'll happen to you.
Getting molested?
Yeah, no, I mean specifically getting your balls tugged on and then laughed.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
come on.
That could happen at any time.
It could happen. I don't like having my balls tugged on. I tell people to stop when they do it because sometimes people assume that you would like that.
Luckily, I've never experienced that.
Oh, you've never experienced somebody like tugging on, like cupping your balls while they suck your dick?
I've had the sucking, and that I don't like either. I don't really like any sort of roughhousing with my balls.
Yeah, it's a dicey proposition to be sure.
But some guys do. Like I remember my friend Brian. He said he really liked a yank on the old beanbag.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I don't understand how that could be.
Yeah, I typically like going near my balls without me being ready it's a big tense up on my end.
Same with nipples.
Oh, no. I disagree with you there.
Really?
I am like, dude, yeah, I like having my nipples played with quite a bit.
For me, it causes only stress.
It's one of the most erogenous zones, Brendan.
Huh, doesn't work for me.
I'm not shy about nipple play. I will request it.
But yeah, I like my balls to be situated just as they are.
You should really fuck with a cup on, just a protective shield just for your balls.
That's how I should live my life.
Yeah, dude. When's the last time you wore a cup?
Oh, I don't know. I probably like a karate tournament when I was like 14.
Same. That's same. Yeah.
Yeah, because we didn't do real sports.
Yeah, dude. I'm wearing. There was always something very professional that I remember about putting a cup on. I was like, all right. I don't know why.
Time to go to work. Yeah.
I don't know why putting a cup on always felt like I was like, okay, now I'm in business.
Well, I wrote a sketch in high school that we never shot called The Business Cup. That it was I was super into Tim and Eric, but it was basically, like a Seiko commercial type thing. Whereas this guy giving a board meeting, and he's like, so the profits are up this quarter, blah blah blah. And then all the people at the table, they grab him and they throw him on the table, and they all take turns punching him in the balls. And the narrator's like, does this keep happening to you? Get the business cup. And then it cuts to a guy, he's just like, he's nude, but he's wearing a cup with like a little collar and a tie on it. So it's like a formal cup you can wear to work.
That's awesome, dude. Hey, what's a cummerbund, and when do I get to wear one?
You wear it with a tuxedo. It's
but it's for your dick, right?
No, no. It's it basically it goes where your belt is.
Why do you wear that?
Just like it looks fancy.
I thought
with like a tuxedo, you wear like the tuxedo shirt, the bow tie, and then the cummerbund is like a silk kind of like pleated thing that goes across your waist.
I thought it was to keep your dick in order while you're dressed up. I haven't.
No, is there a product that does that?
No,
because like dress pants are, the balls really have a lot of room to play in dress pants.
The balls are like, I mean, Yeah, dude. Have you ever seen, that scene in like Nightmare on Elm Street where like Freddy Krueger is like coming through the wall, like over her bed? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what your balls look like when you're wearing dress pants. It looks like they're about to like get somebody.
Especially like, for the most part, like jeans and stuff, they're kind of like, you're not pulling those all the way up to your waist. But with dress pants, you kind of have to. So like, like your balls, it's like sometimes the crotch of the pants are slightly higher than the bottom of your balls.
Yeah.
And then there's just something pressing up like a centimeter in the middle between your balls.
You just see this little... That's a big problem. This is why I thought that's what the cummerbund was for. I thought the cummerbund was like a silken barrier to keep your balls in line whilst you're at, like a gala event or something. Like, I don't know.
Don't they, like, if you get a suit, like, made, like, custom, don't they ask, like, do you dress to the right or the left, which means, like, your dick, like, which way it goes?
Which way it hangs? I don't think I know off the top of my head.
I don't know either.
Is your dick supposed to fall a consistent way every time?
I don't know.
How do I not? There's so much about my dick that I just have no idea about that I should really know.
I don't know. Man, I learned so much shit. I remember in high school, like, just, like, reading style blogs and stuff before I gave up.
Right.
But, like, now, I'm wearing sweatpants and a Grateful Dead shirt.
A Grateful Dead Philly shirt.
It's a good shirt. I like this
totally.
Shirt.
It's just I never would have guessed that it existed.
There's Grateful Dead anything shirts.
I guess that's really true.
But yeah, I would read all these style blogs and be like, these are the choices I'll make when I get my custom tailored suit someday. What did I think my life was going to be?
Brendan, who knows? You thought you were going to be a foppish dandy about town?
I don't know. I think the only scenario where I will ever wear a tuxedo is I get married or Bay wins an Emmy. Those are the only two scenarios.
I think I got to wear I have to wear a tuxedo soon when my friend gets married, I guess. I think
I guess. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it's like half and half now. A lot of weddings, like the groomsmen don't wear tuxes, and like sometimes even the groom.
What if I want to? Maybe I want to wear a tux.
You just outdress everybody.
I should show up too.
You should show up in like dress blues.
That would be sick.
Steel Valor.
I should show up. No, better than that. I should show up in like full camouflage. I should show up in like Vietnam era camouflage.
Just a ghillie suit?
Yeah, ghillie suit.
You're like behind the wedding.
I should paint my face green and black. It's like an outdoor wedding. Like they think the ceremony's over, and then I just like spring up from behind the hill. Just like, I have a few words I'd like to say about the groom.
Oh, dude, you gotta ambush the wedding.
I've gotta ambush. I just have a detonator in my hand. I'm like, nobody move until I'm done with my toast. That would be That would be incredible.
Bay and I like we've not like seriously, but we've kind of like discussed like kind of wedding stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one thing she's really concerned about, like one time she was like, so like, if you got married, who would speak? Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, the groomsmen would probably be my high school friends. And she's like, so none of your comedian friends.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, no, probably not. And she's like, okay, good, because I'm really worried about that.
Oh my God, dude. That's just not right. You know what? But here's why I resent that a little bit, because they're aware. I mean, a lot of comedians are aware of time and place. You know what I mean? You wouldn't let anybody... I doubt you would pick or invite anybody who would like fuck your wedding up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Invite me. Let's see. Maybe you'll learn an important lesson.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like sometimes you're unpredictable around strangers.
That's true.
Yeah. Which is what I told Julian when he's like, I'm going to have Nick speak to my class.
I'm so excited to do that.
I'm excited to hear about it.
I mean, look, if
what are you talking to them about?
No idea. They're going to ask me questions.
So you're going on Zoom, and Spanish children are going to ask you about America.
If our bipolar, retarded Mexican friend is competent enough to literally teach a class, I'm sure that I can answer a few questions and not say anything. I mean, he's said some wild shit to them just from the stories that he's told me. So I think it'll all be pretty,
hell yeah,
on the up and up.
Man, I would be so terrible at teaching.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm not great at staying on script.
No, I also feel like you would have a difficult time reprimanding Which is like the thing about teaching that always wigs me out. I'm just like, I would never want to like have to like reprimand somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, like, I think I'd be a good parent because I think I'd be really patient and like communicate clearly and like, not give in to like temper tantrums or whatever.
Sure.
But you can't, I mean, those same tactics don't work on like a room of children.
Oh yeah, 30 kids.
Yeah.
And one of them says, "Hey man, you a faggot." And then every other kid in the class is like, "He's the teacher now. We love him." Like, you've completely like that's all it takes for you to lose control, dude.
Yeah. And then I'm being arrested, and I'm like, look, I had to throw it back to him or they wouldn't respect me.
That's my favorite video on YouTube is a substitute teacher calling a disruptive kid. I think he might call him the N-word. This kid is like throwing a bunch of slurs at him, like being a total nightmare, and he drives this substitute to the point where the substitute starts calling him slurs back, and then the kid's like, "Oh, man, I'm telling the principal." And he just walks out of the class and gets this dude fired. I think that would happen to you.
Yeah, I'd get tricked.
You would get tricked immediately. Well, because you think that like
I call some kid the N-word and he goes to the principal and I'm like, who has a copy of Huck Finn? Give me a copy of Huck Finn. This is social studies. Give it to me.
Well, it's like I'm sure that substitute was like, I've seen freedom writers. You've got to get on their level. You've got to meet them in the.
It's like prison,
right? Yeah, you have to make them your bitch before they can knife you. Yeah, dude. I would never. You could not. I almost applied to be like a substitute teacher, like in Los Angeles County, back like.
Roll out of your car and go into school.
Yeah. It's pretty easy to do it here. I don't even think you need a degree. Mm-hmm. But that would have been a nightmare. Could you imagine me like teaching in like, because they would send you, Los Angeles County isn't just like Hollywood High or whatever. Like they could send me down to fucking like Inglewood. Could you imagine me substitute teaching in Inglewood?
Man, Mr. Oldershaw, you a bitch.
Yeah, because I don't know. I can't take that stuff in stride. You hit me, I hit back 10 times harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'm one for reaching children.
Someone yells at you and you're like, if your dad didn't get shot in a gang war, he'd kill himself if he saw how you're living now.
Oh my god. Holy fuck. That is so fucked up. Yeah, I wouldn't do too well.
Yeah, no.
I don't think I'm going to have kids. I don't think it's a wise choice for me.
I want to, but it does feel irresponsible.
Just see,
like, hopefully the world will like look better within the next couple of years.
Yeah. I just don't. It's like, I don't know, man. I'm trying to game. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to share my controller with anybody. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm nobody I've been with. Well, that's not true. That's actually really not true. Without doubting myself, but nobody reasonable whom I've been with has like for a long period of time has indicated any desire to have kids. I haven't. I just don't see it in the cards for me.
That's fine.
You know what I mean? I think that's probably. I guess the older show lineage will end with me then. Oh no! Well, no, my cousin had a kid. Okay, so I'm off the hook. Completely off the hook. Yeah.
This vastly important bloodline continues.
Well, you know, I don't want to toot my own horn.
Nick Oldershaw, descendant of Wowo.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, Wowo's genes need to continue. Yeah, I mean, you'd better not have a kid because Wowo's still around to shake it.
He's already shaken the one, dude. Yeah, he would.
The man loves shaking babies.
Well, he thinks that they like it. even though there's so much published material that indicates that they do not.
And direct evidence in the room.
Right.
In his hands.
Yeah. But Look, what are you going to do?
Not much to do, really.
There's nothing really you can do at all.
Look, at this point, damage is done. Let him shake it a little bit more.
I'm saying I should let him shake me next time I see him.
Yeah. Maybe if he shakes you enough, you'll go back to how you would have been.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Wouldn't that be incredible? like he shakes me. Oh, what were you going to say?
He just shakes you and you look down, you're wearing a polo.
Yeah. He shakes me so hard that when he's done shaking me, I have like a nice haircut.
Yeah.
Nice haircut, clean shaven. Yeah.
Just a diploma falls out of your pocket.
Yeah. Holy shit, a bachelor's degree. Holy fuck, whoa, thank you.
I gotta get Wowo to shake me.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we'll make that happen. Why don't you just come back with me? Get on the plane with me, Brendan. Stow away in my luggage. I bet that we could fit you in a carrier and I could get you I bet that I could transport you under the cabin with all the cats and dogs, dude.
I could probably just buy a ticket.
No, I don't really like that idea. That's not really very fun for me at all.
All right. Do I get to dress up like a dog? Oh, no, I'll do it like Master of Disguise.
You got to become a dog, dude.
I shall become a dog.
You have to become another person. Dude, that movie, I started rewatching clips after
we talked about it on the bonus
episode. That movie fucking rules. It is such a racist piece of shit. It's thoughtless. It is a thoughtless movie. It is just an excuse to do. Do you remember the Indian character's voice when he turns into an Indian guy? He goes, "Oh, I am Prince Lali Jama, Brendan." His name is Prince Lali Jama. You remember when he does Scarface? You know what he does? He's like, "You got." I watched the whole fucking movie, dude.
I gotta watch this again.
He's like, "I think you got a little wiener and some tiny nuts." It's a Scarface impression, but that character's name is Mr. Peru. And they advertise him in the trailer. They're like, see Dana Carvey's all your favorites. Gammy Num Nums, Mr. Peru. George Bush. He's George Bush at the end.
He just does SNL.
Yes, he just...
Oh, man, I miss, just giving some SNL guy just a blank check.
Blank check. There's literally a part in this movie. It came out the same year where Dana Carvey does an impression of Shrek and Donkey. Came out the same year as Shrek.
That must have been a lot of reshoots.
Yeah, the movie was insanely reshot. I'm telling you guys, watch the deleted scenes and the credits for Master of Disguise. I wouldn't be surprised if the work print cut of that film was 3 hours long.
I miss that kind of comedy. Hubie Halloween was the closest that we've gotten for a while, but that genre of comedy where it's just comedian doing a baffling character.
Right. Genre of comedy where it's literally built around individual scenes. It's cobbled together. The story is no. Even Hubie Halloween, I love it. Story's not important. You're not watching Hubie Halloween for the reveal at the end or any of the shit. You're just
no.
You're just going from gag to gag. And that really doesn't exist anymore. It's kind of beautiful.
It's very beautiful.
You know what I mean? This, just
all riffs.
Just this. Well, yeah, it's an exquisite corpse of riffs and just the writers of the day. It's kind of fucking sick, dude.
Send me back, dude. All I want is I want to go see. I want to go see Don't Mess with the Zohan in theaters, and then I want to log on to Something Awful.
Don't Mess with Zohan ruled, dude. I loved that one. I think the comedy that kind of killed those, theatrically at least, was Love Guru. Love Guru feels like the hard, okay, we need to stop.
Oh man, they're doing Austin Powers 4 or something?
Are they doing Austin Powers 4?
I heard, but I've also been hearing that forever.
Dude, I'll fucking watch that thing. That's another one of Wowo's favorite movies, Austin Powers 3 Goldmember. I don't think he's seen the other two. But Wowo owns 3 movies on DVD. It's John Wick, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and Austin Powers 3 Goldmember.
That's so sick. And I'm positive that if you ask Wowo, Austin Powers is exactly what he was like at his age.
Yeah, he's like,
I had a tiny gun, I fucked.
He's like, I used to go back in time and fuck Beyonce. He's like, I used to do all that stuff.
Yeah, because you said he thinks he's like John Wick. He thinks he's like Don Draper.
I look like that guy. That's what he says. He points to Don Draper and he goes, I look just like that guy. I don't think he's watched The Sopranos. I gotta get Woah on The Sopranos.
Oh, dude.
He will. Oh, dude, he's gonna love.
He's gonna get so much more racist.
He is going to love every time Tony Soprano destroys liberals. Tony Soprano destroys liberals, explains the ethic of hardworking Italians.
Well, that's the moral of the show.
Yeah, dude, that's why the whole reason why that show cuts hard to black is because there are no more liberals to destroy.
It's true. What was it? Yeah. Phil Leotardo was he was the boss liberal.
Phil Leotardo was the last libtard. Oh my fucking god, dude. I might rewatch that one soon.
Sopranos?
Yeah, I've only rewatched it. I've only watched The Sopranos all the way through twice. It's not up there with I was on like my 7th rewatch of Frasier last year, and I'm like, I need to even those numbers out. I gotta get
a nice ratio.
There was a really sick time in my life where like I was just like, part of this might have been being homeless, but I would just like walk around and like make myself like crack up laughing, just like in my own head, imagining a Sopranos arc where Tony gets relocated to Seattle and Frasier Crane is his therapist. I would literally just be like, spending like the last $4 in my checking account at Jack in the Box, getting like, chicken sandwiches and French fries, and just like slamming my fist down in the booth.
Would you like to do it for me?
No. I actually
There's
don't.
Nothing?
No, there's nothing. I don't want to do it anymore. I wrote some of it down. Maybe I'll dig it up and like post it somewhere.
You should write it as like a novella.
Yeah, that would be sick. Yeah, that really is what I want to see. Like the posts like cut to black. Like we just pick up 2 years later in Seattle.
Yeah,
Tony's going by fucking Robert Wazowski or something.
Yeah, because that's how the movie ends. Or the show ends. He's sitting there with his family. He's got his onion rings. Journey's playing, and then the feds bust in and offer him witness protection.
That's how fucking great would that be, dude?
Yeah. Well, that's the guy at the counter. The members only guy, he turns around, he has a badge, and he says, Tony Soprano, you're going to Seattle. And then the rest is a Starbucks commercial.
Yeah. That would be awesome if The Sopranos was a 6-season lead up to an ad for Starbucks. Yeah, dude. I was really cracking up. I think there was a plot line in my head where I was imagining like Frasier getting coerced into helping Tony like hide a body, and Frasier gets upset because he gets like brain on his he gets brain on his like nude designer pants.
I sense a speck.
Yeah, dude. All right, don't convince me.
I think it's very important in this town where no matter what we write, no one will read it.
Yeah. To
write something just retarded that makes you happy.
That's the Max Landis approach. Like, did you ever read Max Landis's 400?
Obviously, no. Okay. Whatever this is.
Max Landis I'm not saying this like it's awesome. Max Landis is a retard and a scumbag.
Yeah. He's a rapist and bad at movies.
Yeah, dude. And also just like a cringy fucking loser. Yeah. Did you see that he's still like hosting Google Hangouts where he's like answering people's questions about like his upcoming projects, which are not being, he's like apparently he's writing some fucking movie about Superman now, and he's answering questions about it like it's going to be released. But he wrote a 400-page, that's longer than any Andrei Tarkovsky movie. He wrote a 400-page Super Mario World movie treatment. Like, and it's the characters like fucking and swearing at each other. It is the most deranged thing that's ever been put online.
Honestly, that is enough to put him in jail, even without the rape.
He should have been. It's like the rape at this point. Honestly, it's the cherry on top. Still bad, but not what you know.
Every like Hollywood Me Too guy, like you look into it, like him or Chris D'Elia, they do shit so cringy that you're like, well, They should have been locked up for that.
Right. That should carry a charge of 500 years in a federal prison. Yeah. And the rape is also a life sentence, don't get me wrong, but we got to get the important stuff out of the way first. Yeah, that shit sucks so fucking bad. It's got to
be 500 years in case he appeals.
And I want him to serve the 500 years. I want them to dress the skeleton up every day for like 5 centuries. I want them to shovel like slop into its mouth. I want him to serve that sentence. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I want them to hose down his skeleton.
I want them to make his skeleton drop soap in the shower. The prisoners,
everyone fucks his skeleton.
No, the prisoners draw straws for who has to fuck the skeleton because it's so painful. But there's a guard watching, like frowning, like somebody's got to fuck the skeleton. Max Landis has to serve.
The guard is just like swinging a truncheon.
Yeah, Max.
If someone's not hard in the next 10 seconds, I am cracking skulls.
Yeah, Max Landis' skeleton is the most reviled prison bitch in American history.
But it's a 500-year skeleton, so like some of the bones are missing.
It's some of their
the pelvis is just worn smooth.
Yeah, holy fuck. Yeah, they make the prisoners fuck the pile of fine dust that was Max Landis until it completes its sentence. And then when his sentence is up, they still give him all his shit back. Yeah. They're just like...
they put him in a dustpan and just like drop it at the bus stop.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. That is no less than what that fucking freak weirdo deserves.
Yeah. God damn. And his dad's a murderer.
His dad got away with it too, I think. Or I don't know. Well, I mean, he essentially got away with it. He's still a fucking working director, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know what I'd have to look up what the outcome of that court case was. I think he might have been found responsible.
Look, if I was at my job as like a bank teller or whatever, and I got a bunch of people's heads cut off with a helicopter.
With a helicopter.
At the very least, I would like I'd have like the week with no pay.
Yeah, holy fuck. I wonder if John Landis still took his fee for directing that segment, because the segment is still in the movie in some like in some truncated form, if I'm not mistaken. Like that segment is still in the movie even though it's technically incomplete.
Why did they do that?
It's fucking crazy, dude. But you want to know why? Because this was studio filmmaking of the 80s, and they're like, we spent money on this. We have to put a movie out. We've got to get this money back. It's crazy, dude.
That is nuts.
That movie is fucking crazy. Disgusting. Horrible town.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe that he cut all those kids' heads off and then Max Landis fucked them.
Yeah, I heard that he did that too.
I think it's true.
I think that actually makes sense. I mean, it's actually right. I think that if you watch the footage, you can see it happening.
Yeah, it's in the...
You can see. You think...
It actually, oddly enough, it's not in the Twilight Zone, but it appears in a deleted scene of Master of Disguise.
And at first, I mean, it's really irregular, because at first you think that someone is rushing to help these horribly mangled people, and you go, oh, thank God, and then you go, oh no, who's that? And it's of course it's none other than Max Landis, the head of the Color Society,
and he's actually dressed as Luigi,
which is insane. I mean, it's
I mean, you can't make this stuff up, people.
This would be impossible to make up. No amount of yes-anding could possibly paint such a vivid, visceral, horrific image. But folks, it's really true. You heard it here first. Max Landis, at the age of 6, on the set of The Twilight Zone, dove into choppy waters where a helicopter had recently crashed just so that he could rape the corpses of the recently decapitated Vic Morrow and the 2 child actors that he took down with him. And personally, I think that maybe something should be done about that, but apparently nobody else in this town feels the same.
It's our cross to bear, Nick.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that this podcast exists so that we can get the word out.
So that we can speak truth to power.
It's important to do that.
Because that's what comedy's all about, people.
Speaking truth to power.
It is.
Taking Max Landis down for his original and subsequent crimes.
It's true.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for Thanksgiving tomorrow. You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to order Pasquale's Pizza. Do you know what Pasquale's Pizza is?
No.
It's Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese on Uber Eats, they label themselves as Pasquale's Pizza so that, like, because...
So that people will order it.
So that people will order it. And I'm like, and there's one near me on Wilshire, and I'm like, yeah, let's pull the trigger on that. Let's see if this is still good. Because a 14-inch pizza is $10.
It's actually not bad. Michael ordered some.
Oh, really? I'm gonna get that tomorrow. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, it has like that. The cheese is real good. It's like this delicious fake cheese.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna order that when they open at 10 a.m.
Hell yeah!
I'm gonna have a nice Chuck E. Cheese brunch.
You should go pick it up. You'll be in like a line.
No. It's coming to me. I am not going to go stand. I don't want to visit a bombed out Chuck E. Cheese in Mid City. Like that sounds way too depressing.
Yeah. I mean, ever since Chuck E. Cheese died of COVID, it's real grim there.
Oh man, it breaks my heart.
Do you think they have the characters in masks?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, that's an hour. You want to call it?
You want to cap it there? Yeah, let's cap it.
Okay.
There,
Patreon.com/coward hour.
Yeah, there's a lot of bonus content waiting for you guys if you haven't hopped on.
Yeah,
yet.
I think it's so. There's like
66 or 65.
Yeah, I think it's like 18 bonus eps, and then like the first 49 episodes that you can't listen to anymore. So
yeah, there's a lot of stuff. You guys will like it a lot.
Mm-hmm. And next week we have a big guest coming. He's here to explain himself, and we're going to be here to settle the score with him. It's Max Landis. So come check out that episode, folks.
See you guys.
Knock, knock, open up, it's me, the crazy, shady, faded fucker, so rock the G. See you lady, make a baby, lead her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up, portfolio, showing growth, fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, looping up for the self-suck. Oh fuck, I busted already, I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady, now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo, heavy petting on a Friday night. That's talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just right. Got my candles in the fishnets cause it's on tonight. Oh, that's right, it's time to fillet. No need to debate me, I suck until I go ooh-wee and spray my white pee-pee. I got that ski.